What's going on, guys? My name is TheRestlessCorpse, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, while you guys were away, I did do a few things. I went and I picked up each of the camps, and I did a few of the inconsequential side quests. As you can see, my power is now 11, which is just enough, or actually a little bit more than enough, to get on with the story. We do have this quest over here, which is the Horsemaster quest. I'm going to go ahead and just start that one, but not finish it. I really don't know if these quests will be available after a certain point in the game, but we're going to find out, because instead of like just clearing out this zone, I'm going to go ahead and move on, because I want the other characters, and I don't want to get too far ahead of you guys, so that you can at least see some growth. That is not Master Bennett. Master Bennett, or Dennett, is up there. But I closed some rifts. I unlocked all of the camps for fast travel, and that's really it.
There must be something here.
Let's go ahead and talk to this guy.
So you're the Inquisition, eh? Here you're trying to bring order back. It's high time someone did. Didn't expect it to be some free marcher's noble, though. Name's Dennett.
You got a problem with that, bro?
For 30 years as horsemaster. I hear your Inquisition is looking for mounts.
It is. Can you help us?
Not at the moment. I can't just send 100 of the finest horses in Ferelden down the road like you send a letter. Every bandit between here and Haven would be on them like flies on crap. You'll have mounts once I know they won't end up as a cold winter's breakfast.
If you have a problem with me personally, I'd like to know about it.
What? No, I've got no bad blood with free marchers. Maker, I had kin flee to Kirkle when the last blight tore this land apart. My wife Elena manages the farms, and Bron's in charge of my guards. They'll tell you what they need. Until then, you deserve something better than whatever knock-kneed plow-neg they gave you. The chestnut over there is a purebred Ferelden forder. Take care of him, and he'll take care of you, Inquisition.
Yeah, so the reason that I wanted to start his quest is because now I can get access to a mount. Yep, alright, can't jump that one. So I'll jump right on this bad boy and get a level, apparently. Alright, so it just tells me how to mount and whatnot. So as you can see, I mean, it's faster, but it's not like terribly fast. Anyway, now that we've done that, it's time to go back to Haven and start the rest of the story. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, so this might be another cutscene heavy video, but I'm hoping that I'll get to some action. I know that after I do this, I'm going to have to build up some more PowerPoints, so we'll get to questing right after that. Well, I guess while I'm here, though, I am going to talk to my preferred party member. Once again, I'm not talking to the ones that I'm not going to keep around too much, just because it's kind of a... If I was just playing this for myself and not for you guys, I'd be talking to everyone, but I don't want to bog down the Let's Play.
Where are you from?
I was born in Ostwick, and that's where most of my family is.
The Trevellians, is it not? A large clan with a rather clever coat of arms. Tell me, do you consider the Free Marches your home? Are you eager to go back?
Wherever I am is home enough for me.
That's how I feel now, after years of tending to business for the Divine.
I'd like to get to know you better.
There's not much to know.
You're being modest.
Do you think me a braggart?
No, I think you're interesting.
As you wish. My name is Casandra Pendergast, daughter of the royal house of Navarra, 78th in line for the Navarran throne. I joined the Seekers of Truth as a young woman, and was with the Order until they withdrew from the Chantry. I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are. That's all there is to know, my lord.
You're a member of Navarra's royal family.
The Pentaghasts are a very large clan. Half of Cumberland could say the same.
Really?
No, but it feels that way. I have hundreds of relatives so distant they need charts to prove we're related at all. And they have them. Oh yes. The Pentaghasts value their precious blood like it runs with gold.
And you joined the Seekers to get away from that?
It was a life worth getting away from. The Pentaghasts are famed for dragon hunting, but few actually pursue the craft. Most are fat and lazy. They pay lip service to the Maker and care only for idle pleasures and past glories. My brother was all that kept me in Navarra. Once he was gone, so was I.
Tell me about your brother.
Anthony was older than I, a dragon hunter, who showed what a Pentaghast could truly be. I idolized him. I wanted to hunt dragons as he did, even though our uncle forbade it. Anthony promised to train me in secret. We would hunt together one day, brother and sister, vanquishing the beasts of old. And then he died on me.
What happened?
A group of apostates wanted dragon blood, and wanted Anthony to get it for them. He refused, and they killed him for it. In front of me. I begged the Chantry to let me become a Templar. Instead, they sent me to the Seekers. It took many years to let go of my drive for vengeance.
I think I understand how you felt.
At times I could not breathe. The rage nearly choked me. I sometimes wonder how different my life would be if Anthony was still alive. Would I be a dragon hunter? Married to some noble fool, a mother of 3? I cannot say. I take solace in believing the Maker has a plan, but he is not always kind.
You don't seem to like your homeland much.
My family polluted it for me. What little I saw of my homeland was through the bars of a gilded
Man, those
cage.
guys in the background are really
My
going
uncle
at it, aren't they?
treated me like a porcelain doll to be placed on a shelf and dusted only when necessary. Thus I did not see Navarra, the real Navarra, until much later. By then I realized I knew it not at all.
Your uncle? What about your parents?
They had the misfortune of taking the wrong side in the second attempt to overthrow King Marcus.
No,
The king executed
all
them,
of the pairs
but
are fighting
spared my
exactly
brother
the same
and I
way.
since we were family and children at the time. Thus we were raised by my uncle, a mortalitarsi who preferred the company of his corpses to the living.
Your uncle was a mortalitarsi.
A death mage. He still is. My countrymen do not burn the dead. They bury them in special crypts. The mortalitarsi supervise the crypts, like priests. Uncle Vestalis oversees the grand necropolis. Navarrans spend more time honoring dead relatives than they do with living ones. It is odd to be so fascinated with death and its trappings. I will never understand it.
So you were the right hand to the Divine?
To Divine Justinia, yes. And Divine Beatrix before her, in fact. The position is normally reserved for Templars of the Knights Divine, but my circumstances were unusual.
Unusual how?
You don't know the story? Thank the Maker. I will tell you if you wish, but it isn't as exciting as some drum it up to be. The short version is that I once saved the previous Divine's life. My reward was becoming her right hand.
But what does a right hand do exactly?
What is your hand capable of? It gives, it
Know what
takes,
my right
it
hand's
bends.
capable of.
It makes a fist. Liliana and I extended the Divine's reach beyond the Grand Cathedral. We went where she could not. After Beatrix, I was tired of the position and wanted to return to the Seekers. But Justinia convinced me to stay. Her vision for the future gave me hope.
You thought she could really change things?
Justinia knew the war was coming long before it began. She tried to avert it, But the forces arrayed against her were too strong. Sometimes you have to break a bone so it can be reset. That's where the Inquisition comes in. It was to be the answer. A means to preserve as well as an agent for change. I only wish she had lived to see it.
So what's the story about you becoming the right hand?
Sweet Andraste, do you really want to hear that?
Of course I do.
What, 18, 20 years ago? Some still discuss it like it happened yesterday. The tale gets bigger each time it's told. I barely recognize myself within it now.
That's what happens with stories that become legends.
I am not a legend, nor was I then. I was a young woman barely out of training. To hear others tell it, I alone saved divine Beatrix from a horde of dragons sent to assault the Grand Cathedral. Rather impressive for such a young seeker, wouldn't you say?
And the truth is?
I stumbled upon a conspiracy to kill Beatrix. A Templar Knight Commander was at its heart. And there was a dragon battle at the Grand Cathedral, but I had help from loyal mages who rallied to the cause. They freed the dragons from magical control. Without them, the Divine and I would both have died. Yet I became the right hand, and they are forgotten.
What happened to the mages that helped you?
They went back to their circles, with rewards and privileges and most holy gratitude. Many of them died at the contest.
You're delightful, you know that?
No, I do not know that. I object. There is nothing delightful about me.
I beg to differ.
I think I preferred you in the stocks.
I'll let you get back to work.
Alright, so this video might be just a little bit longer than the previous videos. That took up quite a bit of time, and I don't want to stop the videos in the middle of this big story sequence, because there's quite a few cutscenes coming up. What have we here?
Your kind killed the most holy. Lies. Your kind let her die. Shut your mouth, mate!
Enough!
Knight Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean, exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you
Chancellor's
done
like
enough?
a giant
I'm
dick.
curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave?
The rebel
Sick
Inquisition
burn.
and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
So far, you're the only one who's insisted we can't work together.
We might, if your Inquisition would recognize the Chantry's authority.
There is no authority until another Divine is chosen.
In due time, Andraste will be our guide, not some dazed wanderer on a mountainside.
Remind me, why are you allowing the Chancellor to stay?
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Val Royeaux, however.
How widespread is the violence between mages and Templars?
Impossible to say.
Your organization flouting the Chantry's authority will not help matters.
With the Conclave destroyed, I imagine the war between mages and Templars is renewed with interest.
The mages and Templars are fighting, even though we don't know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Exactly why all this should be left to a new Divine. If you are innocent, the Chantry will establish it as so.
Or we'll be happy to use someone as a scapegoat.
You
Exactly.
think nobody cares about the truth? We all
Most people don't.
grieve Justinia's loss.
But you won't grieve if the Herald of Andraste is conveniently swept under a carpet.
I'll make sure they see reason in Val Royeaux.
I pray you're right.
Alright. Moving on. I do have some creature research to turn in, I think. Do that super quick and then move on.
Ah, Lord Trevelyan. May
Oh.
I have a moment?
Maybe.
Yes, Ambassador?
I'd like to discuss your parents.
A little sudden, but it's time someone made an honest man of me.
What? Very amusing. This is serious. I'd like to dispatch a courier asking the bands of House Trevelyan to align themselves with us. What are your thoughts? Should we approach your family for their formal support of the Inquisition?
If that's what you want, I'll send a letter to my family. They'll respect the request if it comes from me.
Wonderful. That will save time. Val Royeaux has noted your lineage. It gives the Inquisition some legitimacy, although not so much as we'd hoped.
Why not?
You are from Ostwick. Orlesian nobles consider the free marches somewhat quaint.
Orlesians are just baffled free marchers governing themselves without an empress to hold their hands.
A peasant might get away with that insult, but not someone of your stature. Speaking of which, I should thank you for your patience with the simple quarters. The accommodations in Haven are surely rough for someone of your birth.
This can't be what you're accustomed to, Ambassador.
One adjusts. I stay busy. It helps take my mind from our surroundings. And the cold, and the wildlife, and the lack of civilization for miles around. Why anyone lived here before we found Andraste's ashes, I cannot imagine.
Don't worry about me. Haven's more than livable.
Really? If that is how you feel, I'm pleased to hear it. Until next time, my lord.
Yeah, again, guys, sorry that I'm being so quiet. You're not getting a whole lot of commentary for this one, but I just don't want to talk through a lot of the cutscenes. And like I said, this episode is pretty much going to be a cutscene episode. Oh, hello. Alright, so this is the one that we're working toward, because it allows you to, it allows you to pick certain locks. Now it says we need 4 points needed in categories, so we need to just start up here at the top, start acquiring them until we can get down to that one. But this one is 50% XP for each codex entry unlocked, so that's good. Just, you know, more XP. XP is always great. This is where we're going, and you can see it. It costs 4 power. We should have some people returning from some places, I think. Oh, well, we'll take this because it's a mount from the pre-order or the deluxe edition. It doesn't take any time. Like, as you can see, it's already done and gone off the map. So these are areas that I can go to. I'm not going to unlock those just yet because I need my power points. Although maybe I should get this one just because it allows me access to another character, but I'll get that in a minute. But I do want to send people to places. Oh, this one, it's another mount, which is actually a cool looking one. I like that one. And this is yet another mount. This one is just like, it's a reindeer, and it's not all that cool looking. Alright, so we'll send... yeah, we'll send Liliana on that one.
Let's see what we have.
Just because it's only, 48 minutes as opposed to an hour. And then this is the story.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask him.
What can they do? It's just talk.
Don't underestimate the power of their words. An angry mob will do you in just as quickly as a blade.
I will go with him. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Alright, so here we are in Val Royeaux. Apparently we're going to go talk to the Chantry and try and get their support.
The city still
Or at least tell them what's going on so they don't try and kill us or something. And as far as I know, this is the first time in the Dragon Age series that we've been able to go anywhere in Orlais.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lord Herald.
You're one of Leliana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
Uh-oh.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then.
That's right. Get in there and tell them what's up, you know. Let them know that
They wish to return to Haven.
we're a bunch of badasses.
Someone
What?
will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
Okay. Wait, what was that all about? Alright, I thought I was going to let me talk to Casandra, but I guess not. Alright, moving on. So we'll just get right to it.
Templars.
Good people of Val Royeaux, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more.
Clearly
Behold,
everybody here thinks that I'm guilty.
The so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet. No servant of anything beyond his selfish greed.
And do you know everything the Maker commands? Look up in the sky. I alone survived the breach, and I can end it.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late.
That bitch called the Templars on me.
The Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Or, you know,
Still
that
yourself.
happens, I guess.
She is beneath us.
Was that display supposed to impress me?
On the contrary, it wasn't for you at all.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
Templars! One of your own commands the Inquisition's forces. Join us as he did.
Ha! a staunch and loyal member of the Order. So loyal, he abandoned them for a false herald.
But Lord Seeker, what if he really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars.
Not sure what less
Val
than nothing
Royeaux
is.
Unworthy
Alright,
of
bro.
our protection.
Alright. I see what's going on here.
We march.
Trying to say I'm insignificant.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
Do you think he can be reasoned with?
I hope so. If not him, there are surely others in the Order who don't feel as he does. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Yes, we should. But first... let's see.
What's that? An arrow with a message?
Yep. Grab that guy. Alright, people say you're special. I want to help. And I can bring everyone. There's a baddie in Val Royeaux. I hear he wants to hurt you. Have a search for the red things in the market, the docks, round the cafe, and maybe you'll meet him first. Bring swords. Friends of Red Jenny. Alright, so that is a small little side quest that we are going to do right now. Because it's kind of important. But while we're here... Oh, nothing. See if there's any velveteen or any... Oh, it would be here. Nothing. Okay. Well, none of that crap is any good. That's all common crap. Alright. Your shop sucks, bro. Alright, what about this one? I've actually never checked any of these shops, so I'm not sure if there's anything in them that's worth a damn at all. Intense ravaging Vitar. Oh, there's a bunch of that crap. But no, like, crafting, recipes. Recipes is what I'm looking for. Recipes are very important, and you should buy them all the time. Oh, some expensive stuff that I don't have the money for.
I believe that
Pick this quest up.
You are the Herald of Andraste.
I'll jump in front of him and get his attention, I guess. Alright, so that is also a very important side quest that we'll be doing.
The Templars did
So let's go ahead and do the Friends of Red Jenny quest. I believe this is the docks. Oh, that's alright.
Must be something here. Let's look around.
Go. Key lifted from drunk swearing about Harold. Don't know what door. I'm out. My debt is paid. There was a book back there, but I'm not really interested in that right now. So basically these are like little secret messages that someone sent me. What the hell? How do you... Oh, because there's a... Oh, hello.
This victory must please you greatly, Seeker Casandra.
We came here
Guys, pick
seeking
a
only
spot
to
and
speak
stand
with
there.
the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone.
Serves you right.
And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. Do you truly believe you are the Maker's chosen?
I do believe it. Do you have a better explanation?
Several, but are they the truth? I am left to question all I have been taught. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
How many Templars turned on the Chantry exactly?
They rebelled across Thedas. Some remained loyal, but not enough to call them the Order. The White Spire here in the capital was the largest garrison, but now it stands empty. Perhaps more shall flock to the Lord Seeker's banner now. How far has faith waned, I wonder?
How are people responding to all of this?
Despair. Fear. We mourn Her Holiness. The people look to the sky and wonder how long before terror comes for us all. There must be a way through this. Is it you? The Templars? The Maker's will? We abandoned our duties. We servants of the faith. Now we can only pray.
You're obviously skeptical. What do you believe I am?
Our divine. Her Holiness is dead. I have seen evidence for everything, except what would comfort me.
That doesn't answer my question.
It sure as hell doesn't.
To be true, a great many things must be false. And if you are false, a great many things must have failed. There is
That doesn't
chaos
really
ahead,
make a whole lot of sense.
Whatever your intentions.
So what happens now? Will the Chantry continue to denounce me?
We have already done so. And what good has it done us? Now it falls on us to select a new divine, if we can. And leave the next step to her.
Provided such a selection is even possible.
I truly don't know. Any revered mother who could have followed Justinia died at the Conclave. What becomes of us, and your Inquisition, is in the...
Sounds to me like the Chantry is kind of on its last legs, you know?
Where is the Lord Seeker taking the Templars?
I can't begin to guess the Lord Seeker's mind. He could not have abandoned his intended role more completely.
There must be sense to what we can't see.
Must there? Rebellion seems popular in certain quarters, doesn't it, Seeker? Is crafting the Templars into a new power really any worse than declaring a rival to the Chantry itself?
I think I've already read those.
There's got to be a way to calm everything down and clean up this mess.
I hope against hope that may be the case.
Alright, more Red Jenny business.
They left us.
Go. Thank you, friends, for helping good Lady Karis. Saw those who asked about Harold enter third passage. Could not stay to see them exit.
A pleasure.
There's a lot of people to talk to, but I'm just kind of flying through this part to try and save some time here. Where's the next one? Oh, they must be upstairs. Yep, there's one right now. So we're going to fast travel right over there to that spot. There it is. We are to obey well. We meet at 3 bells to discuss how best to serve the new way. Harold, go at time, praise Adrast. In misspelled script. Alright, so together the messages reveal a time, path, and key location on the world map. Okay, guys, I am going to go ahead and end this video here because it's taking a little bit longer than I thought. I don't want this to turn into another hour or longer episode. So I'm going to go ahead and save the other two, or the rest of the story cutscenes for the next episode. Hopefully in the next episode we'll actually get into something fun, though. I know there's a bit of fighting to come up, and I need to do some side quests to get some power up there anyway, so we'll be able to go through a couple of those quests. In any case, if you like this video and you want to see more Dragon Age Inquisition or any of the other stuff I've done, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Remember, my name is TheRestlessCorpse. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.